Hi, this is Mike from Mike's Unboxing Reviews and How To, and on today's video we're taking a look at a very cool capture card from Avermedia. This is the Avermedia Live Streamer Ultra HD, or otherwise known as the GC571. This is absolutely a very cool thing if you're planning on doing some streaming or just some capture, whether it be from a DSLR camera like we're using at the moment, or whether it's from your favorite console like your PlayStation 5, your Xbox, or just another PC and you're looking to stream or record content. This is a very good shout, and one of the main reasons behind that, well, there's two actual main reasons for this. The first of which is HDMI 2.0 support at a particularly low price, and the next one is going to be the fact that the form factor of this is an absolute godsend. I've been waiting for something like this for a very long time. So this actually runs on a ×1 PCI Express Gen 3 slot. So most motherboards these days, if you look around looking at your slots which are available, generally your ×1 slot is either going to be somewhere at the top or in the middle, and then you've got a big long one at the bottom. Some motherboards, micro ATX, don't have that at all, so it's actually really hard to find a PCI Express Gen 3 ×1 card to fit in, whereas normally you'd have to use something like a PCI Express Gen 2 ×4 or even a Gen 3 ×4, which is physically bigger and won't fit in those smaller slots. So as you can see from some of the B-roll which I've already filmed, this card is basically invisible in your PC. So if you are a streamer and you've got your PC on show and you want to show it off in its finest light and you don't want some big ugly capture card stuck in there, this is absolutely great. And also because of the fact you can actually move it further away from your GPU, it isn't going to hinder your GPU performance, which again is great for gaming and for streaming purposes. Ironically, the actual card itself is only 62 grams, it's extremely lightweight, and the packaging actually weighs more than the card, which is kind of weird. And if all that wasn't enough, then you've also got some other very cool features which are implemented in HDMI 2.0, such as variable refresh rate support and also the ability to pass through and actually record in HDR formats. So actually very cool indeed. Let's take a look and see what we actually get. So looking at the packaging, you can see this is the Avermedia Live Streamer Ultra HD. 4K 30 is the maximum recording capacity on here, or ability in terms of resolution. You can actually pass through up to 4K 60, so depending on your streaming needs and what it is you're doing, 4K 60 I think for most people is pretty much fine. Finding a graphics card which can push those kind of frames is sometimes a little bit challenging. You can also do in lower resolutions, 1440p, 1080p, and at which point those frame rates will go up considerably higher. Also, like I said, supports for variable refresh rate, which for modern gaming is fantastic because that means you can stream your content in the quality you want it to, but you can also watch your content or play your game with no tearing, or at least very minimal tearing, which can be quite distracting if you're a gamer. Moving on to the back of the box, go through some of the specifications and we'll give you a close-up so you can see what it's all about. Essentially, the card itself is, again, very compact indeed. It's done in a very nice blacked out format, so it can be hidden away in your PC. I've actually taken the liberty of taking one of James Miscellaneous's ideas and actually using a Sharpie on the side of the PCB just to give it that extra stealthy look. The card itself has two HDMI ports on it, both of which support HDMI 2.0. One of them is an input and the other one is your pass-through or output. So this means you can plug in your device into the input. The card actually does all of the hard work and then it displays the output onto your chosen screen. So whether that's 1080p, 1440p, ultra wide, whatever it is, the pass-through is basically seamless and actually lag-free. And speaking of which, I've done some testing recently, and actually in terms of the latency between the raw output from your graphics card and also the output from this as well, the difference is basically, well, you can't tell. The only way you can tell is by actually doing some benchmarks. So let's take a quick look at those on the screen now. You can see there's essentially no difference whatsoever, at least not that you could recognize as a human being. Other things included in the box, not a great deal to be fair. There is an instruction guide and also a high quality HDMI cable if you don't have one hanging around. Installation is very simple indeed, a completely plug and play device, no drivers or anything needed. This fully supports universal plug and play and can be used with your favorite streaming applications such as Streamlabs, OBS and other packages that are available. You can, of course, if you want to, you can download Avermedia's own Rec 4 software, which is actually pretty good and takes a lot of the guesswork out of it. If you don't have an overly complex setup, then that might be the way forward. Otherwise, if you're happy with OBS, it works absolutely fine in there. Again, no drivers required whatsoever. So let's take a closer look at the actual supported resolutions and also the pass-through resolutions, because obviously they're clearly going to be quite important. So we'll put those on the screen for you now. At the same time, we'll show you some footage of some gameplay, which I've actually recorded on this using my system behind. Now I should say actually, it does recommend that you use a GTX 1060 or an Radeon RX 5700 as your kind of baseline in terms of capture quality, streaming, etc. But you can potentially use less than that if you want to. I've actually been testing this with the RTX 3060 Ti, and I must say it's done a fantastic job. So looking at the resolutions, so we'll have the capture resolutions on your left hand side and the pass-through on the right. So in terms of the highest possible one, we're looking at 4K 30. Again, all of these are going to be with HDR and variable refresh rate enabled. So if you're capturing at 4K 30, which I generally tend to do, your pass-through resolution is going to be 4K 60. If you're going to go to 1440p, you can capture up to 60 frames per second, but the pass-through can still be 1440p up to 144 Hz. If you're going to go down to 1080p, you can actually capture at a lovely 120 FPS, which I think is actually a really nice figure, and you can pass through to your high refresh monitor at 1080p 240 frames per second. Again, all of that with HDR and variable refresh rate enabled. So something we should actually talk about is the price of this thing. So at the moment in the UK you can pick this up for somewhere in the region of about £150, which for a PCI Express capture card is pretty much where you'd expect it to be. It's a little bit less than some of the other brands on the market. It's not the cheapest, that's for sure, but this does offer some specifications which not many others do. Again, HDMI 2.0, variable refresh rate and HDR pass-through are some of those key things. But for me personally, I think the biggest takeaway of this is the fact that it's so darn small. And being able to fit into that PCI Express Gen 3 ×1 slot, that means this is going to fit into pretty much any machine. ATX systems are going to be no problems at all, and micro ATX is still going to be possible due to this very small form factor card. So overall, very impressed with this. Done an absolutely fantastic job, and from the footage which you're probably seeing, it's done a really good job. I couldn't tell that the card was actually in use, and I was actually playing this from the video preview on OBS rather than using it as a pass-through. I have done it with the pass-through as well, and again, that is, well, it's undetectable. You can't really tell that it's in use. It is actually very much one of those kind of invisible components in your PC. You don't even notice that it's kind of there or running. It just does its job as you'd expect. So there you go, that is my thoughts and findings on the Avermedia Live Streamer Ultra HD, the GC571. Let me know what you think about this one in the comments section below. I'm very impressed with it, hopefully you are too. I think that's going to wrap this one up. I've been Mike, this is Mike's Unboxing Reviews and How To, and hopefully we'll catch you in the very next video. Thanks for watching.